Hi, welcome to Fusion Beads. Today I'm going to show you how to make our teal drop earrings. These trendy earrings are made using resin by Nunn Design and colored pigments in yellow, white, and blue to create these beautiful teal colors you see here. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. To make the teal drop earrings, you're going to need a pair of the Pewter Mini Circle Bezel Post Earrings by Nunn Design, 2 Pewter Inverted Drop Open Pendants by Nunn Design, 2 6mm 19 gauge open jump rings, the white opaque liquid pigment, the yellow, and the blue. Mixed together, these are going to make those 2 teal colors we're going to be using in the earrings. You're also going to use the resin kit by Nunn Design, stir sticks, measuring cups, a paper cup, toothpicks, the Ziploc bag for your work surface, packing tape, business cards, chain nose pliers, and wet wipes. To get started, you want to make sure you prep your work surface before you pour the resin. So first you want to have your Ziploc baggie down, and then you'll have your packing tape ready, and then I also have a paper cup that I put 2 holes in so that the post of this earring can fit nicely in there, and so it lays flat so the resin will be even against the top. So to get started, first I'm going to put my open back bezel on the packing tape, and you can just rub it against the table to make sure it's on there so it won't seep through when you put the resin in. Go ahead and cut. Okay, there you have one ready. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that for the other guy. Let's put that open back against the tape. Rub it against the table. And then cut off that extra tape. As you can see, I have my open back bezels with the packing tape all prepped and ready. So now I just need to put the bezel posts on the cup in the holes that I made, so it'll be nice and flat for the resin. You can see how to prep your work surface and bezels by viewing our How to Mix Nunn Design Resin video on YouTube. To mix the resin, you're going to go ahead and pour a 1/2 ounce of the part A and a 1/2 ounce of the part B. And I like to mark mine with a Sharpie. Since this is clear and this measuring cup's clear, it's a lot easier to see the marks. So we're going to go ahead and take our part A and fill it up halfway. Okay, this is where we take our wet wipe. You just kind of want to wipe off any resin there. And then you want to take your part B. This comes out a lot faster, so you just want to be a little more careful. Okay, fill up to that 1 ounce line. And now you just want to take your stir stick and you're going to slowly stir the 2 parts together for at least 2 minutes. You want to make sure you work out all the bubbles and it's just completely mixed together. So I went ahead and actually have one prepared. It's all ready to go. And with this one, we are just going to pour half of the resin into another measuring cup. You can just take your wet wipe, wipe that off. Okay, so now you have 2 measuring cups. Each one is going to have a 1/2 ounce in it. One's going to be the lighter teal color, and then one's going to be the darker teal color. And to get the color you want, we're going to start out with the white pigment. And you're just going to want to do 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. One drop of the yellow. And one drop of the blue. Okay, you can use your toothpick to kind of help get it out of there. Okay, so you just want to take your stir stick and stir. For another minute or so, just making sure you get it mixed together really well. So you can see it's those three colors combined. It makes this really pretty teal color. And this is going to be the lighter color. Okay, so we just set that aside. Now we're going to go ahead and make the darker teal. So for that one, you're going to need the 3 drops of white, 2 drops of yellow, and then 1 or 2 drops of the blue. This one doesn't seem to want to come out as easily, so I'm just going to use that toothpick to kind of help me get those 2 drops. Okay, so again, you're just going to stir that up for another minute. I'm going to go ahead and actually add a little bit more blue since it did not come out as well as the others. I can tell that it just doesn't have enough. I'm going to add my drop of blue. There we go. So now you can see that's it's a darker, a little richer blue. So now you can see I have my 2 colors. We are ready to pour. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take this darker teal, and that's going to go into my posts. So I'm just going to very carefully take my stir stick and drop it right there into the post. Do the same thing for the other side. Just a little bit at a time so it doesn't overflow. Okay, so we want to set those aside. We're going to let those cure for 72 hours. Now we're going to take our Opaque bezels. I like to put them on a business card so I can move them around a lot easier. Okay, we're going to do the same thing and just very carefully pour right into that bezel with the help of the stir stick. Okay, do the other side. can just try and gently guide it into place. Okay, so now you can see that I've poured the resin into those as well. And all you have to do is let both of these cure for 72 hours before picking them up. And after that's done, I'll go ahead and finish the earrings. Okay, so I've let this cure for 72 hours and now I'm ready to put my earrings together. So first you want to take the packing tape off of the back of your open back bezel. Just want to slowly work that off. And you're most likely going to have a little bit of the sticky residue on the back there. And you can just take your tape, just do that to kind of help release it. You could also use a product called Goo Gone, and that helps a lot as well. Okay, so now you just want to use a 6mm jump ring and attach the top loop of your open back bezel to that bottom loop of the bezel post. Close your jump ring. And then repeat that for the other earring. 6mm jump ring through the loop, through the bottom loop here. Close your jump ring. And there you go. You now have a trendy pair of resin earrings to add a fun pop of color to your outfit. You can find all the product and tools for this DIY design at fusionbeads.com.